What if I told you Mazda just built the compact SUV that luxury brands have been trying to build for the last decade, and they priced it to take everything else off the road? The 2026-27 Mazda CX-100 is here, and it is not playing games. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll either be booking a test drive or completely rethinking what you thought you knew about Mazda. Welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to the Driven Analyst, the channel where we don't just look at cars, we dissect them. From raw spec sheets to real-world cost of ownership. From design philosophy to what it actually feels like behind the wheel. We go deeper than the press release, every single time. I'm your host, and today we're going all in on what might be the most complete third-generation reinvention in the compact SUV segment right now. We're talking the Mazda CX-100, the next evolution of Mazda's legendary CX-5 bloodline, fully redesigned from the ground up for 2026 and 2027. Let's not waste another second. Let's go. Here's the thing about Mazda. For years, people have called them the poor man's premium brand. A car company that punched above its weight, sure, but always just a step below the Audis and BMWs of the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that era just ended. The CX-100 represents the third generation of one of the best-selling SUVs on the planet. Over 1.6 million units sold in the United States alone, more than 4.5 million globally since its debut back in 2012. This is not a niche vehicle, this is Mazda's bread and butter. And when they decided to blow it up and start over, they went all out. They've taken the CX-5 formula, already one of the most driver-focused compact SUVs on the market, and they've stretched it, sharpened it, modernized it, and in 2027, they're going to electrify it. The result? An SUV that goes toe-to-toe with the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Hyundai Tucson, and in many ways, absolutely schools them. So here's what we're going to cover today: the performance, the jaw-dropping new technology, the interior that feels like it costs 10 grand more than it does, the bold new exterior, a head-to-head with the competition, ownership costs, and most importantly, what you'll actually pay for one. Let's start at the front. If you've seen the CX-70 or the CX-90, Mazda's larger SUVs, you already know this language. The CX-100 has taken everything beautiful about those bigger siblings and distilled it into a compact package that genuinely turns heads. Mazda calls this the latest evolution of Kodo, soul of motion design. And they've done something brilliant here. The concept behind this redesign was what they internally called wearable gear, inspired by functional, stylish clothing that looks and fits right in any situation. That sounds abstract, but once you see it in person, it clicks. Up front, you get a more chiseled, wider set face. The signature Mazda wing grille sits front and center, flanked by sharper, more angular LED lighting elements that give the car a narrowed, almost predatory gaze. The two-tier daytime running light signature is a premium touch you'd expect on something costing $10,000 more. The side profile? It's all about proportions. That wheelbase grew 4.5 inches in this generation, and you can see it. The stance is wider, more planted, more confident. Available 19-inch wheels enhance that solidity. There's an inspired design detail here too. Mazda looked to traditional Japanese architecture, specifically a woodworking technique called Kigumi, where precise joinery replaces conventional screws. You see it where the body meets the fender trim. It's subtle. It's refined. It's very Mazda at the rear. Bold new angular taillights match the CX-70 and CX-90 family look. And for the first time, bold Mazda block lettering replaces the classic round badge on the liftgate, a statement that says loudly, "We are not hiding anymore." Color-wise, there's a stunning new navy blue mica finish, an intricate process using mica particles that react to light differently at every angle. Alongside the iconic soul red crystal metallic that's been turning heads for years, this car has serious presence on the road. Now let's step inside, because this is where the CX-100 makes its biggest leap. One of the biggest criticisms of the previous generation CX-5 was rear passenger space. It was good, not great. Mazda heard that feedback loud and clear. That 4.5-inch wheelbase increase translates directly into the cabin. We're talking noticeably more rear legroom, near room, and headroom. The door openings are wider too, making it dramatically easier to load children, car seats, or just yourself after a long day. The cargo area has grown almost 2 inches longer and over an inch taller, with a lower load-in height that drops by more than half an inch. Loading groceries, strollers, luggage is just easier now. Inside, Mazda's uniquely Japanese sense of craftsmanship is everywhere. The materials are premium without being flashy, a philosophy they call MA, the beauty of negative space and restraint. You can opt for a two-tone premium leather interior or the sporty tan leather, both of which feel genuinely expensive. And new for this generation, ambient lighting on the front door trims in your choice of 7 colors. It's not the laser light show you get in a Mercedes. It's more subtle, more intentional. It creates what Mazda calls a calm, high-quality private space. And honestly, they nailed it. The dashboard architecture has been completely rethought. There's a tiered design with a rounded upper section, clean horizontal lines, and minimalist controls. It's driver-centric without feeling claustrophobic. This car was designed to be driven, and the cockpit proves it. Okay, this is the section I've been waiting to get to. Because of the previous CX-5 had one genuine weakness. It was the infotainment system. The rotary dial interface, love it or hate it, was starting to feel dated in a world of massive touchscreens. Mazda has answered that criticism in the most dramatic way possible. The CX-100 debuts an available 15.6-inch touchscreen display, the largest ever offered in any Mazda vehicle ever. That's not a small step forward, that's a generational leap. But here's the part that sets this apart from just slapping a big screen in the dashboard. It's the first Mazda to feature Google built-in standard. That means Google Assistant hands-free, Google Maps as the primary navigation, and access to Google Play apps, all baked into the car's operating system. And Mazda didn't stop there. They've also integrated Gemini Google's AI assistant into the driving experience. This is not a gimmick. This is genuinely next-level in-car connectivity. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are of course included, and the HMI human-machine interface is designed around multiple input methods: the touchscreen itself, tactile steering wheel controls, and voice control. So whether you're comfortable with touch or you prefer to keep your eyes on the road, you've got options. On the safety front, the CX-100 builds on the previous generation's IHS Top Safety Pick Plus reputation with an expanded suite of SkyActiv-G driver assistance technologies. Standard across all trims, you get smart brake support, front and rear parking sensors, radar cruise control with speed limit assist, lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, rear cross-traffic alert with pedestrian detection, emergency lane keeping, and a driver attention alert system. And the rear-view camera comes standard with dynamic guidelines and a tow guide, a detail that matters if you're hitching anything. Properly equipped, the CX-100 can tow up to 2,000 pounds. This SUV was engineered to be one of the safest vehicles in its class. Full stop. Let's talk about what's under the hood. Mazda has made a somewhat controversial choice here, and I respect them for it. The CX-100 launches with a recalibrated 2.5-liter SkyActiv-G 4-cylinder engine, producing 187 horsepower and 186.4 pound-feet of torque, paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission and standard iActive all-wheel drive on every single trim. Every single one. No fumbling around looking for AWD as an upgrade. It's just there. Now 187 horses sounds modest on paper, but Mazda's philosophy, and it's a philosophy I genuinely respect, is that driving feel matters more than horsepower numbers. This engine has been specifically retuned for this generation. Sharper throttle response when you want it. A quieter, more relaxed demeanor during highway cruising. That dual personality is deliberate and sophisticated. Does it feel fast? It feels punchy. The power delivery is linear and immediate. No turbo lag because there's no turbo. This is naturally aspirated and proud of it. Real-world driving dynamics are what Mazda has always been about, and the CX-100 continues that tradition. Now, and here's where it gets exciting. This is just the opening act. Mazda has officially confirmed a full hybrid powertrain arriving with the 2027 model year. The new SkyActiv-G engine features the Mazda hybrid system, developed entirely in-house, promising higher performance and improved fuel economy. Projections suggest the hybrid version could rival 39-41 miles per gallon combined, putting it squarely in the fight with the RAV4 hybrid and CR-V hybrid. The gas-only model? It's rated at 24 mpg city, 30 highway, 26 combined, which is competitive with the Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage in AWD spec, though it does trail the CR-V and Rogue. And Mazda's decision to stick with the 6-speed automatic rather than going to an 8-speed or CVT has drawn some criticism. Fair point. But when you drive it, you understand the choice. It's a driving-focused gearbox, not an efficiency-optimized one. Alright, let's put the CX-100 in the ring. Because this class is stacked. You're looking at the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, Hyundai Tucson, Kia Sportage, Volkswagen Tiguan, Subaru Forester, and Nissan Rogue. How does Mazda stack up? Against the Toyota RAV4? The RAV4 wins on hybrid availability right now. It's had a hybrid option for years. But the CX-100 wins on driving dynamics, interior quality, and technology sophistication. The 15.6-inch screen with Google built-in versus Toyota's aging multimedia setup isn't even a close contest. The Mazda also wins on standard AWD. The RAV4 charges you extra for it. Against the Honda CR-V? The CR-V is excellent. Great hybrid, great efficiency. But the interior of the CX-100 feels a generation ahead of the CR-V's cabin. And the Mazda's Kodo design simply looks more premium. The CR-V does edge the CX-100 on fuel economy with the gas engine. Against the Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage, these are value-packed competitors. But the CX-100's standard AWD on all trims, combined with its build quality and technology suite, make it a genuine step up in feel and refinement. If luxury adjacent matters to you, Mazda wins. Against the VW Tiguan, the Mazda beats it in fuel economy, tech, and standard features. The Tiguan has a longer wheelbase option with 3 rows, which the CX-100 doesn't offer, 2 rows only. Where the CX-100 falls short right now, fuel economy compared to the best in class. No available hybrid until 2027 and no 3rd row option if you need that extra seating. But if you want the most driver-focused, premium-feeling, technology-forward compact SUV at this price point, right now, this is it. Let's talk money. Real money. Not just the sticker price, but what it actually costs to own this thing over time. The 2026 CX-100 kicks off at $31,485, including destination, and it tops out at $40,485 for the fully loaded Premium Plus trim. 5 total trim levels: S, Select, Preferred, Premium, and Premium Plus. Mazda made a smart call here. Unlike many competitors, there are no option packages. You pick your trim. What's listed is what you get. No confusion. No dealer markups on package bundles. That entry price of $31,385 is competitive. The base RAV4 starts similarly. The CR-V comes in slightly lower, and the Sportage competes in the same range. But remember, standard AWD on every CX-100 trim. Once you price AWD into competitors, Mazda's value proposition gets a lot stronger. On running costs, fuel economy at 24s to 30s to 26 mpg combined isn't class-leading. If you drive 15,000 miles a year and gas is around $3.50 a gallon, you're looking at roughly $2,000 annually in fuel. That's in line with the Tucson and Tiguan, but higher than the CR-V hybrid or RAV4 hybrid. That's a legitimate consideration. Mazda's reliability reputation is exceptional. J.D. Power and Consumer Reports consistently place Mazda among the top brands for dependability. Long-term maintenance costs are lower than German competitors and comparable to the Japanese segment leaders. Mazda's 3-year 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and 5-year 60,000-mile powertrain warranty is standard, competitive but not class-leading. Insurance costs? Mazda generally falls mid-range for compact SUVs. Not the cheapest, not the most expensive, Budget roughly $1,400 to $2,800 per year, depending on your profile and location. Total first-year cost of ownership, purchase, fuel, insurance, maintenance. For the base trim, estimate somewhere in the $36,000 to $40,000 range. For the Premium Plus, more like $48,000, $52,000 all in when you factor everything. That's not cheap, but for what you're getting, a near-luxury driving experience with genuine tech sophistication, it represents genuine value. So when can you actually get one? The gas-powered 2026 Mazda CX-100 is available now. It started hitting dealerships in early 2026, no long waitlist at this point. Walk in, pick your trim, drive home. The 2027 CX-100 Hybrid is confirmed for late 2026 arrival as a 2027 model year vehicle. No official pricing yet on the hybrid, but based on the competitive hybrid landscape, expect a premium of roughly $3,000, $5,000 over the equivalent gas trim. If the hybrid hits that 3941 mpg target, it'll change the entire ownership cost equation. Here's the 5 trim lineup breakdown. CX-100 2.5 is $31,485. The entry point, already loaded with Google built-in, standard AWD, smart brake support, and a 12.9-inch touchscreen. Don't sleep on this trim. CX-100 2.5 Select. Wireless phone charging, enhanced seat comfort, more convenience features. CX-100S Preferred adds the power tailgate, additional safety and comfort upgrades. CX-100S Premium, the sweet spot for most buyers. Premium materials, additional tech features. CX-100S Premium Plus, $40,455. Top of the mountain. The 15.6-inch screen, the best materials, every available safety and driver assistance feature. This is the one you put in your garage if budget isn't the first conversation. Regional availability is solid. The CX-100 is produced at Mazda's Ujina plant in Hiroshima, Japan, with additional production across facilities in China, Malaysia, and Vietnam, ensuring decent global supply. Alright, here's my honest take after living with the specs, the design, the tech, and the pricing data. The 2026 to 27 Mazda CX-100 is the most compelling case Mazda has ever made. It's not perfect. The fuel economy on the gas model is mid-pack at best. The 6-speed gearbox will draw debate, and the hybrid you really want isn't here until 2027. Those are real considerations, but what Mazda has done is build an SUV with genuine soul in a segment that is increasingly getting more homogenized, more anonymous, more focused on chasing hybrid efficiency numbers. Mazda said, "We're going to make you want to drive this thing. We're going to put the best technology in the cabin. We're going to design something you're proud to own. And we're going to make it feel like a premium vehicle without charging a premium price." The 15.6-inch Google-powered infotainment system is class-leading. The Kodo design is genuinely beautiful. The standard AWD on every trim is a statement of intent. And when that 2027 hybrid arrives with the SkyActiv-G system, this package becomes essentially untouchable for the money. If I'm shopping in this segment right now, I'm driving the CX-100S Premium, hands down. But here's what I want to know from you. What feature is making you look twice at this car? Is it the Google Gemini AI integration, the new design language, the standard AWD? Or are you holding out for that 2027 hybrid? Drop your answer in the comments right now. I read everything, and the best comments always spark our next deep dive. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming CX-100 versus RAV4 hybrid head-to-head, our first drive impressions, and our full 2027 hybrid breakdown the moment the specs drop. The Driven Analyst goes deeper so you don't have to. I'll see you in the next one. Drive smart.